Tell us about the importance of public-private partnerships in the regional tourism sector.
So, I mean, the hotel sector will tell you they do it, and different sectors within the industry, they'll tell you they do it. But literally at the heart of our business is partnerships. Now, the topic of our panel today might be public-private, but I want to make it clear that my sector cannot survive without partnerships in general. Being a nature adventure company, you don't find the best in nature sometimes right on the beach or 2 minutes drive from the highway. You find it in little enclaves, in rural villages and communities all across the 6 countries that we operate in. So just by its nature, long before sustainability and community tourism was hip to talk about, 25, 30 years ago, we have been doing it. Not because we didn't want to do it, but it was a necessary function to have a sustainable product in that area. And it goes back to the basics that when you operate in these communities, rule number 1, try and hire as many people as possible from the area so that you get buy-in, and that's so that there's benefit. Rule number 2, try and buy as much goods and services in that area so that they benefit. And then number 3, any other form of avenue where they feel buy-in from you, you identify it, and no community is the same. So although we're here to primarily talk about public-private partnerships, to me, from our perspective, is really partnerships in general.
Tell us about Chukka in terms of how partnerships have worked for you throughout the years as it relates to your expansion, started in Jamaica and now moving around the Caribbean and expanding some more.
Chukka started as a single proprietorship with my dad. But actually, we're 40 years old, celebrating 40 years in business this year. But the truth of the matter is that we are a series of partnerships. Because local know-how is so critical, we believe, to the success of what we do, we always try and find a local partner. Sometimes it's a private sector person, sometimes it's a man with a large piece of land with a special natural asset on it, and in many cases it's governments that have natural assets that need to be maximized, either to sustain the asset or to build the asset or preserve the asset. Many of our leases are forms of soft partnerships because it's not just like you're renting a store in a plaza and you pay $2,000 a month and you go like that. Because these assets are near and dear to the countries that hold them. They want to benefit from its progress. So there's not a country that we don't have a form of partnership or another.
Tell us about the latest move, which is the U.S. Virgin Islands, and what plans do you have there?
Well, USVI is a big deal for us. Very proud to be there. It's the first time operating in U.S. territory. So there was a bit of a learning curve. We have 15 vessels in that territory, and of course we do a lot of cruise business. Our plans really is that it does not have a lot of resort business. There's resorts there, but our company wasn't doing a lot of resort business. So we're going to be focusing on that. And just a little internally, the company didn't have much on-property revenue generated from the vessels that go out on tour every day, so we're going to be focusing on that. What we got is a legacy business that's been, in operation for 50 years, and it's our job now to build on the platform that they have and see if we can take it to the next level. But those are the 2 major parts: resort business, on-property revenue, and we do have to do some creativity with the tour product as well.
And are you going to be working across the territory, St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John?
Right now it's just St. Thomas. There are some other opportunities in St. Croix, but we need to absorb what we have done now, and then maybe next year or the year after.
Great. And then in terms of the future for tourism in the Caribbean, from your perspective, coming from an attractions, shore excursion point of view, how do you see the rebound in tourism and the rebound for your segment of business, in the next year or so?
Well, so the resort sector rebounded a lot faster than the cruise sector did, and our company gets business from both segments. So we were lucky that the resort sector came back up quicker. We were unlucky that the cruise, sometimes up to 2 years, a year and a half, we had a delay in restarting some of the destinations we operate in. But our outlook for the business is great, very positive. People don't just come to destinations to be on a ship or just be in a resort. Nowadays people want to be educated, they want some culture, they want some history, they want some food. Culinary tours are hot, and they want to get out and experience it. So that makes demand for the products that we operate very high.